is it that we need to keep in mind while thinking about or talking about 15G and H? Just tell me where I'm running away. First of all, you have to ensure that you submit your PAN details to the bank while submitting the form 15G and H. Now, for various for reasons that I can't understand, in the form 15G and H, they ask you, I don't know how many of you ever bothered to fill up, and I wonder that if you have not, then who has filled up that? Assessing officer details. Where were you assessed for the last year? Last year, which was the year for which you were last assessed? I don't know how many of us are actually aware where we are assessed, first of all, and which was the last assessment order year for which you got the order. Those are the details that you need to fill up. Most of the time, the banks take blank forms from you without those items filled in, and I don't know how they go about, accepting those things. But anyway, at least ensure that the PAN is filled up properly in the form. I've talked about the consequences of not giving the PAN, that higher TDS rate of 20%. Then third important point, please keep in mind, is when you give the form to the bank, sometimes what happens is we take one copy, go there and give it, and then fellow, theek hai, and we go back. Please take the acknowledgement and ideally take a photocopy of the form and take the acknowledgement on that and keep that copy with you, because at a future date you may need that 15. One doesn't know when you will need it. So keep that with you. Try and give at the beginning of the year. Your banker will also be after you. The moment 1st April comes, the bankers run after you. Give your 15G, 15H, whatever it is. Because if any interest is due to you in the month of April and you have not yet given the form, then they will be forced to deduct the tax, because they cannot not deduct unless you have given form 15G or H. So this is something that we need to keep in mind. In case the bank deducts the tax in spite of the fact that you have submitted the form or before you actually submit the same, please remember, bank is not going to give you back the TDS unless you are really, really friendly with that bank manager and he's somehow adjust that TDS against some other fellow and all that. But practically, theoretically that cannot happen. Practically you may be able to manage somehow or the other, and which is one reason why we have the public sector mess, bank mess that we have at present. So therefore the only option available for you in that case would be to file your tax return and claim that TDS in your return and claim the refund from the government. Every form that you give, 15G or H, is valid only for 1 year. That is why you are aware that every year you need to give it. If you want to apply for nil TDS in the new financial year, you will have to again submit the form in the next year. This is where most people go wrong. So 15G and H are meant to prevent TDS and not to avoid tax payment. So it's a facility provided to those people in whose case tax is not payable, to allow the deductor to not deduct the tax and make the payment to that person without TDS, so that the deductee is not put to hardship because of the TDS and unnecessarily does not have to claim the refund of tax. It is not a mechanism given to you to try and avoid the tax payment. It is only a way of avoiding unnecessary deduction of tax when you are not supposed to pay the tax. You will be required to file a tax return if your total income before the deduction is above the tax exemption limit. This is, of course, this is nothing to do with TDS, but this is again a huge misconception in the minds of the common man, that if my income does not exceed threshold limit, I don't need to file the return. It's not that. In the same example that I give you, 4 lakh income, 1 lakh 65 deductions, 2 lakh 35 the final income. Below threshold limit, that does not mean that you don't have to file the return. You still need to file the return, because the exemption or the exclusion from filing the return is only if your gross income before deductions is below the threshold limit. So we need to keep that in mind.